Whoever came up with the idea for these boxes,
he stinks and I don't like it.
This video and any other videos on this channel are not made for kids.
Where does he get those wonderful toys?
welcome back, collectors. I am your host, your friendly neighborhood Moescato Bot, and today we are taking a look at the brand new Marvel Legends with the shitty new packaging, Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, the first official appearance of Spider-Man. I don't like change, man, okay? Change scares me. I fear the unknown. And just come on, guys. We already know there's going to be figure swaps. I got this from Amazon, so I definitely would try and order your figures now that are doing this kind of windowless packaging from actual online retailers or directly from like the toy developers themselves. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. I already know figure swaps are going to be a big thing. And it's just like, come on, we're in that inflation age now where they're gonna make the boxes cheaper, package our figures cheaper, and yet charge more. So, shittier boxes, we pay more. Alright, I know I'm being a little bitch here, but I just had to get that off my chest. But I will say, there are things about this box that I do like, and I really like the artwork on here. For instance, this side here, you can see that first comic print here of Amazing Spider-Man. Forgive me, the Amazing Fantasy. That looks pretty good. The colors actually pop on this thing. You can see going over here to the back, you got all the illegalities and whatnot going on there. Don't put it in your holes, you will die. Hasbro. You know, nice rendering of the figure here on the back with all the accessories that it does come with. Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man right there. Alright, great, grand, wonderful. Here's just another plain vanilla version here of Spider-Man, if you will. Alright, and then back to the front here, Amazing Fantasy Marvel. Warning, don't put it in your holes, you'll die. You can see here, we got a little bit of Spider-Man showing behind here. Just the same picture there, but a close-up there in the blue. Here at the top, we have Spider-Man 60 Amazing Years. That's all great, grand, and wonderful. Let's go ahead and get this guy out of the packaging. Here is Spider-Man, the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, out of the packaging. He looks glorious. This guy has been a lot of fun to play with. The articulation is incredible. He does come with 1, 2, 3, and 4 sets of alternate hands. I like to call these the grabbers, the thwippers, the crawlers, the punchers, the dong, and Spider-Man. He also came with some webbing accessories here. We have the closed webbing fins and the open web fin, so you can kind of glide. And he actually does come with a web that he can actually grip onto, and he can swing around with and have some fun with and all that jazz, get him into some cool poses. We'll go over all that in a second, but let's just go ahead and get a closer look at the figure. Here is Spider-Man in all of his glory, getting a closer look at him. This was the biggest fear that I had about this new packaging, and you can see already here, I got a little paint smudge right there, just a small little black dot on his cheek. We can no longer check for paint apps, and look at that right there. Bam. Not liking this, Hasbro. You know, before I could kind of check and see what was going on with my figure. Now it's just, you know, it's a 50-50 chance that, you know, you're gonna get a screwed up figure. It's a little gripe. That really does suck. I'm sure I can buy some cheap 50-cent Walmart paint, touch that up a little bit, it'll look fine. But, you know, when we're paying, what, 30 bucks for over $30 now for these figures, yeah, it kind of blows. Again, I worked on this one a little bit. I kind of just licked my finger and smudged a little bit away at that dot. And it's barely noticeable, but I can tell because I'm nuts and I can see that. But other than that, man, the paint apps look incredible. Really does. And man, is this guy articulated. We'll go over that in a second. But going all the way back down here on the figure, I'm loving the pinless joints here. That's really, really nice. God, that's so nice. Really enjoying that. But yeah, it's Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, and the figure looks incredible. See here, it's nice and clean, which is great. Separation here from, you know, the red into the, like, blackish. I'd say it's black. Not really a blue for the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. But yeah, looking great. Let's get right to the articulation. Head can look side to side, can look down that far, can look up, oh yeah, that far, so we can get those crawling poses. Really cool. Or with these butterfly joints, you can even get those, you know, falling poses, which is really sweet. I mean, if you gotta stand, put them up like that or something, it just looks really great. But going back down here, arms, in, out, can rotate 360 all the way around. Again, we got those nice butterfly joints right there. Elbows, double jointed, pinless elbows, I might add. And you can even get that elbow to look like that, which I think that's kind of ugly. You know, that doesn't look organic to me. But if we just bring that down a little bit, like so, that looks more organic to me and real than this. I mean, we got that articulation, and it's there. Might help out in some crawling poses, but yeah. Again, that makes the elbow look ugly. But again, loving the pinless joints. Wrists, they rotate all the way around, and they are on a hinge up and down. I cannot talk today. Upper diaphragm, all the way around. Torso, right there. Very nice. No swivel here at the torso, but we do got it at the diaphragm. You can swivel around a bit, which is nice. Get you in those cool Spidey dynamic poses. Very nicely done there. I mean, the articulation's great on this guy. He can really do a lot. We got the upper thigh cut. Great. Hips go out about that far. We got the little ball joint there. Double jointed knees. Again, loving the pinless. That doesn't look too bad like it did on the elbows. But that's not too bad at all, actually. That's pretty nice. Liking that. We do have a boot cut. Great, and we do got that. Forward hinge, back hinge, and the ankle pivot. No toe articulation, though. That would have been kind of nice, but, you know, it's not a deal breaker for me. But man, I mean, use your imagination. He's got a great range of motion with this Spidey. He does whatever a spider can, and it's awesome. Getting a closer look at all the alternate hands, here is the puncher hands. Closed fist. Paint on here is incredible. Nothing going on here. Looks great. No missing lines. Look at that. We even got the line going through the knuckles. Very nicely done. Next up, we have the open gripping hands for that web, which I'll show you guys here in a second. Paint apps look great. Now, I'm sure this is everyone's favorite set of hands for Spider-Man. We got the thwippers. That web action. Very nice. And here is a closer look at the crawlers. Open palm, very nice. Get those crawling poses you want. A little bit of grabby hands. You can play grab ass. Excellent. And next up we have Spider-Man's translucent web. A little bit of white translucent plastic there. The knots, very nicely done. Little loop here at the end. And we have a little handlebar here. And this is exactly what I mean. This Spider-Man is a lot of fun. You can get some crazy poses with him. And I love that they added this web. Finally, we're getting some Spider-Mans with some webs, Marvel Legends. Thank you, because I'm definitely going to tape this thing to a shelf and have him hanging like this when I display him. But man, really loving this. That's so cool how you can do this. You know, like, hey, how you doing, criminals? Probably shouldn't be doing that. It's perfect. I love it! Love it so much. Now for the web fins, we just go ahead, we can see here on the arm, we have a little peg, at the little peg right there. Let's go ahead and try and line that up right, and I think I'm doing this right. I could be wrong. I mean, I finally got that one to fit, so... And forgive me guys, it's kind of hard to do on camera, but we'll try and get it right. Try and get that in there. Are you not gonna go in for me, buddy? Alright, there we go. Let's line that up right. And they fall out so easily. I don't like this setup. I don't. Sorry about the technical difficulties and the frustration, but I think we have just kind of the standard ones on right. And I probably am wrong. But I think that's what it's supposed to look like on the back. I mean, I'm not going to display my Spider-Man like this, but I mean, for those of you that want to see what's going on, that's how I got it. Again, they peg in right there on the back, and that's just kind of like if he's standing straight up type of deal, because that just looks silly to me. I don't like that. I don't think that's right. But we can try and again, I'm sorry, I have to kind of do this off camera, but well, here we go. Let's see if this goes in over here. Nope. And we'll try you over here. Okay, I got you in over there. I mean, are you supposed to... like that? You see, that doesn't look right to me, so... yeah, not really digging this whole setup for this. It's cool, and I see what they were going for, and maybe I'm just a moron, but... I don't like it. Well, I guess I'm just an idiot sometimes, guys, but these are the ones that are supposed to just be like the standard, like, closed web gliders. So you can see here on the back, that's how they plug in into the pegs. That's how they look when they're not extended. Nothing too crazy going on there. So let's try this one more time. I think we finally got it. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I had to do it off camera. This is how it's supposed to look. Like that, you can see he's gliding now. It's a cool effect. It's cool that they added this, alright? It's a pain in the ass, and then, look, you guys, I'm not even kidding, the slightest movement, like, these guys are, well, now it's not falling off. It was falling off for me before like no other. Point is, maybe it could have been done better, you know? I mean, it's just, you know, they're in there now. It's cool, but I'm not gonna display my Spider-Man like this. It's just, I don't like it. Whatever, not a big deal. But that is how they were supposed to look. Kind of confusing, you know, at least for me because I'm a big old dum-dum. But there we go. And Spider-Man stands at about, let's say, ooh, just a little above the 6-inch mark. And for some quick comparisons, here's Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man next to the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure Wolverine. Here's Spider-Man next to Carnage. Love Carnage, love this figure. God, he's so awesome. Gonna get a little symbiote crazy here. Here he is next to Marvel Legends Venom. This is the green tongue version. Very nice. Keeping that Venom love going, here he is next to the movie Venom. Just... God, this figure's so massive. There we go. I think. You guys get the idea. He's a big boy, okay? I can't stand him. He just looks cool. I haven't shown him off in a while. I love this guy. Here is Spider-Man next to Doc Ock. And no, this is not the 2-pack one. This is the green goggled version. The single pack that came out. I forget what Build-A-Figure it was for. But there's those two together. Here he is next to the symbiote Spider-Man. The Sandman wave, not the new retro card wave, which I still have all my retro card Spider-Mans to open a lot, so definitely gonna be getting some reviews going on those dudes soon. Here he is next to Tom Holland's Infinity War Iron Spider, really cool. And while we're at it, we'll go ahead and take him away, and we'll throw up the Pizza Spider-Man. Awesome. I love that mask. God, I love that Spidey. For fun, let's throw up a retro, vintage Foot Soldier from Playmates. My old buddy from back in the day. Very dusty. Here's Spider-Man next to Orko. Masters of the Universe Origins line. Mwah, very nice. Some of my favorite action figures in my entire collection. Might be my favorite line. I change all the time, but NECA 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Donatello. These turtles are phenomenal. I cannot wait for the Secret of the Ooze, guys. Oh my god, I love these turtles. Spider-Man loves pizza, and so does Kevin McAllister. Here is a retro cloth figure, if Kevin will stand. Stop being a little twat muffin. There we go. Very nice. Do not fall, Kevin, I swear to God. And thank you, Costumes.com, because you gave me my second chance at my girl. Ripley from the 40th Anniversary Aliens collection. And damn does she look glorious. God, I got a thing for Sigourney. Sigourney, you make me horny. So we're not here all day. I got a couple more from you. Here he is next to a Funko Pop. We have Slim from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And to finish off, we are going to close it out with a Star Wars Black Series figure, Boba Fett from the book of Boba Fett. Show sucked. I love Boba Fett. Mandalorian episodes were good. Mandalorian stole the show. Please make Boba Fett again. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, you guys, that's gonna do it for this Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man first appearance Spider-Man review. I do love the figure. I mean, just on the figure alone, the articulation, I do like the sculpt. He's very, very nice. You know, I'm gonna give the figure about an 8 out of 10. Okay, I can't mark the figure down for the packaging or anything like that. We get a nice set of hands here. I do love the web accessory, and again, I showed you that pose earlier, like that's probably what I'm gonna go with. But this guy's got the articulation for all your Spidey poses that you wanna do. He will look great in photos. For me, obviously, I'm a bit of a dum-dum, and I didn't know how to put the fins on properly. My gripe with that is, it doesn't really stay on all that great. They fall off pretty easily. Now, the packaging itself for these new Marvel Legends figures, for this windowless packaging, I do not like it at all whatsoever. It feels cheap. They're charging us more. I don't like how everything's all loosey-goosey in there. I couldn't see the paint apps, obviously, which, okay, granted, you could probably say, like, well, Mo, you probably couldn't tell the one under his elbow. Actually, on the back of his shoulder, there's a little bit of red on the black where it shouldn't be, too. And then, of course, the one on his face, though, I definitely could have, you know, I could have noticed something on his face. It sucks. It's a gamble now, especially if you're buying these toys in store. You don't know if someone's figure swapped them, so what I would do is, if you're an out-of-box collector, buy it, get to that parking lot, open it up in your car, check to make sure you got everything, and if not, you take that fucker right back right away. But, again, Spider-Man's my favorite. I needed this guy. He's essential for any Spider-Man fan. Get this figure. It's got Mo's stamp of approval. And I want to get more videos out to you and to share my passion with you, because that's what it's all about here on Moescato Bot Collects. I just want it to be like us dudes hanging out, talking toys, and geeking out over the shit that we love. And that's what I like to cover. So, again, thank you all so much for watching. Till all our Moescato Bots, you all stay classy.
If you guys liked the video, please hit that thumbs up. It really helps out. And subscribe. Don't forget.
Play with your toys.
I will see you all in the next one. Moescato Bots, roll out.